Hey, good morning, everyone. We're going to get started here. Our colleague will join us a little bit, like you did yesterday, to help us walk through things and whatnot. But go ahead and get things kick started and see how they go. Going to start off with cues here this morning and kind of start from there. Interesting. Starting off, didn't don't see the pop yet that was kind of expecting off of Europe to the morning. Pretty much everything's coming into some pretty key levels though on indices and across the board on stuff for breadth as well. So it should be pretty interesting getting through prep. Going to go ahead and get started and try to keep an extra eye off to the side on excuse me on where the indices are trading and stuff. Maybe we can catch a nice long here this morning as we get started. So. Hope everyone had a good one, and we'll get started. Definitely have to make some adjustments because the Qs are opening down 298. That's not too bad. It's only a couple bucks down, actually. So just kind of what I'm looking at is just trying to see like if there some other trend lines and things of that nature there. Actually just lost the horizontal ray that I drew because I have settings turned off to not show globally drawn objects on this chart because I'm trying to keep it clean and not have the supply and demand zones and a bunch of other stuff. And so just lost that, just going back. Now I'm going to put it back into light shot and capture the details here so that we can share them with other folks that we collaborate with in our room. So no way we come all the way back up here, and if we do, I mean, sure that it's there, it's marked up with the high weekly anchored VWAP up there, but that's just not probably not going to happen. What we are gonna mark is this guy here, this royal flush zone, and then yeah, I mean we're way down here. We're already here. A nice little div right there. Maps to that guy. And then I'd say we'd probably worry about this one here. And then it's entirely possible that we could take $8 worth of range and do something like this. Hey, sorry folks, just had it on mute. Just going through. Hey, Caesar. Just.
Good, man?
Yep, I'm doing good. How you doing? No, man, you're all good.
Did you get through Spy yet?
No, I did not. I just started on Q's on stream.
Alright, cool. I was prepping Spy, so I'm gonna go back to Q. So what you got on this one?
So I don't think we'll hit any of those upside ones, and I actually just marked off. I don't know. Actually, mark it on my chart here too. This kind of area here.
Very good.
Because $8 isn't out of the question. I mean, we hit 8 yesterday, so to me, like, of course, I forgot to take the mouse click off. So that I'm not. I mean, the photo area here is interesting, but it's really the photos type ADRs and stuff are going to slide down into this weekly trend guide in my mind, based on how we're opening and stuff, to slide down $2-3 into this area. And yeah, the 20-day is there, so maybe we do div and attack it, but the daily anchored VWAP is down closer to this 290 area, right?
Right. 290, 42 I have.
Yep, I got 46, but yeah, which would put it right in this block. So, and that lines up with the tier 2 expected move stuff for the day. Let me turn down the audio.
That would be a huge ass move, dude. I mean, if we do open below, you know, the daily is one, probably see that happening.
Yep. Well, here's the other thing I noticed and I changed up too. This is the box that we were struggling, like we kept interacting with from above for a while, and then we couldn't get a. Didn't want to go below it. Didn't want to go, and then we couldn't break above. We'd break above and fall back, and so like I extended that out. It maps up to the same area.
Yeah. This would be a nice little breakout retest.
Yep. I'm gonna kill this transfer trend line here because we violated the hell out of it. And this guy, I mean, it's there, but it's a really steep ass slope. I don't know that it's really worth it.
Alright. You have so that the trend strength reference point zone is that a zone for you as well today, for like a little maybe shorter time frame breakdown retest?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah, because you saw we held that pretty much, you know, I would say almost all week. We had Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all holding that zone.
Yeah, we just sliced right through it yesterday. Like, it wasn't even there. So yeah, maybe it's one of those things where it comes back and retests and does something like that.
Right. So like if say we're all at trend guide reversals here, like nice little some evidence here for a push. If we do get it, maybe we open up into that intraday pivot point, trend strength reference point, and then just continue fading down. You know, would be the current of yesterday's short.
Yep, nice call. Mark that as a middle. And I'll bet you too. I don't really love this AV. I mean, it only gets violated once. Yeah, on a huge push above, but it just barely closed above it at the open yesterday. So this AV WAP from what's that? Wednesday's highs will probably come down and fall and touch into that TSRP and WPP at the same time.
Right.
And, this here is that transfer trend line's gone, but we can keep this from up here.
We do know if we do reclaim that, say, intraday pivot point zone, we'll get back inside that one little range, this thing can continue going higher.
Yep.
If it does something like that.
Yeah, I mean, if I were to do maybe something like, so that was obviously from last week. Let's say it does come down here and bounce.
We actually did into those zones up there that we think particular. Well, not really particular,
Yep. I'd be.
Pretty cool too.
Yeah, it's coming down to 61% retrace. So if it does that, if it comes down into here, tags the end of week, dotties, and
it close off the symmetrical extremes.
big time.
Quite a bit. Yeah.
It doesn't hit anything, but maybe one of the weekly trend guides kind of line up here next week, and it sets up for a bigger. This is. I was looking at this last night. I don't have it on this chart here. This is kind of what I was worried about if I'm looking at it a bigger time frame. Do we set up for something like that?
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's actually huge.
And it'd kind of be continuing on with how this stuff has been going too, right? I mean, this one, got almost completed it, and then it hit this, higher time frame. Actually, I think it became the basis for that higher time frame transfer trend line. Yeah. I mean, that'd be massive. That would definitely cause a lot of heartbreak for everybody right now. It was just something I was noticing last night as I was flipping through some charts.
Nice. So, Brian, tell me what you think as well. I'm sorry if we're taking up the time. I know we want to go quick.
No, you're good.
But I'm looking at this QQQ. Yeah, so you can draw a trend line all the way from December 2021 high. It matches up with, and then connect it with the high from August 2022. I mean, of course, we're way above this now, but I'm saying, like, if we come down, test that from above, check out the structure that it is, over time, match up with like the lows from May of last year, just a bunch of structure.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can see the screenshot. You can see this. Say if we do go back here.
Yeah, it hits the December highs there. Come back in. That was the other piece that's kind of interesting too. If you look at it, like, I don't have a day VWAP that aligns. Like, it's probably be toxic perfectionism, but like There's not a day VWAP that I've got that lines up exactly with the 20, but check out the 50.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great.
that's right on. And so come back there and tag that. That kind of puts it up with your hypo piece too of tagging that guy coming back from.
Yeah. I mean, if you put the daily interview out from the actual swing low in when was this, October?
Yep.
Yeah, October of 13. You got it right on top of the trend line that I'm talking about. But I mean, at the time we get there, probably won't move up, but it's just another thing to add. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Anyways, yeah, that's a huge move, man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not for today. We just want this no video.
Nope. I wonder too, to your hypo piece, if it does something like that then. That'd be pretty interesting.
Here. What does that say? 320? No,
Yep. Yep.
330?
330.29, which ties back to.
Oh, wow.
Now I just happen to place it there. I mean, but that kind of puts it back up in this area here from April and then
Structure.
August.
Yeah. Cool.
All right, you want to move on to SPY?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. I'm going to skip UVXY and VIX for the moment. Try off the team viewer thing some other time. I don't want to try it midstream here.
Right. We'll try to work it, test it over the weekend or something like that. Alright, what you got here on SPY, man?
Alright, so rejected pretty good from that thing this week. Let me put a day VWAP up there. That's sick how it lines right back up with this guy over here. 20-day is really close on this one, and we're already below it. We're already below the look on SPY actually. In pretty.
The look zone kind of, at least I think that's how Tim would see it. So like a daily, yeah, we're a little slightly below that daily anchor view out, so we're about to hit that 20-day. If we push here, it could be like after the fact type of thing.
Yep.
But I think you would see this all as one zone. Just a lot of massive information.
$8 too. So if we come $8, that'll put us down. Wow. So 50 days potentially in play with it too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep.
So we also got, oops, this guy here. Is there anything back in this area in the past?
Wow, that would be 4% ADR? Jeez.
Yeah. It'd actually be, I think, full dollar too. Give me a second. Yeah, full ADR below is 398.33. Because it was $8+ yesterday.
Yeah.
So
I do like this 400 zone though. I mean, I've got nothing much there. It's just some nice structure, a little bit of there's a secondary anchor view off. I don't kind of perfect. What do you think about it? Really not much at all. I really don't know here.
I think there's some structure
you
there.
have it over there where the ellipses.
Yeah, that.
Gap fill? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. I'm looking. That's really the only thing
Uh,
there.
You've
And
got
if
some,
we built,
yeah, you've got a
right?
little bit of structure here, right? Because you've got those
Yeah,
wicks there on the hourly.
right, right.
Bring it down.
So just looking, if we build this zoning, that's the only thing there, all the way down to that. But the 50 day, you could do off MPP right down there.
Yep.
So that would be insanely huge. On that one.
Yeah, and if we don't hold that, I mean, you'd have a stupid kind of massive move and come all the way down. I don't think you'd get that kind of a move today. I mean, what there's econ again though today. Let me double check that. So econ for today, it's University of Michigan sentiment is at 10 Eastern, and then you have Gov talk again later this afternoon. You got Waller talking at 12:30 Eastern, and you have actually federal budget for January's. Oh, that I've never seen that as anything. Harker's talking, but that's going to be after market closes. But University of Michigan sentiment and conditions and inflation stuff is due at 10 Eastern.
Yeah, trying to think about some hypos here for this one. Kind of thinking the same thing with let's keep it real, of course, too. So if we do hold this the look zone, ADP trend guide, it's a massive zone here. We couldn't, make a pushover back to intraday pivot point. That would be a massive transferring reference point decision. Get above that, of course, can really set this up because we did reset here.
Mm-hmm.
But if we do fail, I'm thinking maybe just that little ellipsis, the inside zone might just give us a nice little chunk to test that trend guide reversal from below and then continue, down to 50-day MPV, get that full 80 Rs and everything. You know what I'm saying?
So you're thinking something like this.
Yeah, like just draw a little path.
Something like that almost.
Yes.
Except I can't get my stinking thing to stop clicking. Why the hell did that not go? Path. It's already here. So you're saying probably come to like there. There we go. Maybe not something exactly
Yeah.
like that, but
Uh, Something like this. I just posted on the Playground. Like if we do respond to this massive zone that we're on right now, like also there's
yeah.
what is that? The weekly S1 is also that for the C lows, so that is very important as well. So if we do kind of dig into that, that's still it's just one big massive zone here.
Yeah, I guess I mean, oh yeah, because you said it's the FOMC lows is what this guy is here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
certainly the heartbreak would be is to come down and close this gap fill.
Yeah.
So kind of blow right through that trend guide and tag that and then reverse.
Mm-hmm. But then again, like if we do get over that intraday pivot point, trend strength reference point, we could continue pushing higher. I mean, we did have a lot of things reset. Google, Amazon, all reset their stuff. Where is Apple at?
Here, let me pull it over.
Yeah, Apple has space.
It's going to reset off of today. So this was looking at yesterday, and it grabs its high when it tries to map it. So you don't lose it like midday type of thing. So it tries, if it's above the 20, it tries to grab the high when it maps the extremes there for this stuff. So, but it's gonna reset. Like I don't have Apple open at the moment. It's in a different workspace.
Yeah, I don't have much in Apple, just some structure over here where it's at now, kind of tucking from it a little bit.
All right. But yeah, it's already down at 149s, right? So
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this board was this tracking the 20 and 50-day symmetrical extremes was pretty much all freaking red at the beginning of this week. Yeah, it's definitely. I mean, Nvidia is the thing that's probably got to come in, and that'll make the Qs come in the rest of the way. Tesla, where's my Soxel? There's Soxel. Yep. Okay. So I'm just gonna map this up real quick. I'm not gonna mark that higher zone. That's still a big zone. That could actually be really interesting too. Is you do the hypo stuff you talked about, and then everybody gets super excited, but then you come back and you reject off of trend guide, quarterly trend guide, and the daily anchored VWAP.
Yeah.
And probably.
It's also the master structure right there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's huge.
And probably take this actually and come down here like that. Alright, come on. Give me the right thing. There we go. Oops, there's the div. And I come in and tie off of this, the look, 50-day, VWAP, MPP, structure. What is interesting on this one is these cheats there.
Right. It is the last day for the end of week though, so how much weight would you be putting on that?
I'd potentially just see it like as a div, right? Same thing, like the way that I've always talked about these, right? It's very similar to the ADRs. So like these, in fact, that's something I want to try to look at in the next week or 2 weeks is weekly ADR. But anywho, grab that.
Guys, if anybody wants to talk or has anything, just let me know. I want to mute you and we can have this really nice conversation. If anybody has any ideas or is looking at something differently, please hop on. You okay with that, Brian?
Yep.
Cool.
Whoever Brian is. All right, do you want to do vol or do you want to just jump to indexes? They're still kind of hovering right, still around TGR and stuff. I'm looking at all of them. Russell looks. Yeah, saying I don't know if you want to move to volatility, or if you want to just hop over to indices. I mean, they're all still continuing to fall. I was gonna say Russell is the weakest.
Because we did see remember it was that inverse head and shoulders. Let's see how it's playing out.
Yep.
Like a little the zones on the upside for that. Yeah, that spy zone is really nice. APP, 3-day reversal, 20-day. We have the end of week bodies. So nice.
Yep. Yep.
Oh, you got your 550, man. Nice.
Well, maybe.
Sitting here right now, MPP.
Oh, shit. Hey, I'm in the money.
Sweet.
I'm still under the water on the options unless the volatility drops it up, but I'm at least 9 cents in the money.
Nice. Okay, here we got. Okay, so this is like some nice structure here. The MPP WL2. You got the highs from January 25th. Yeah, so that's a huge zone for today. Mm-hmm. Love where that trend strength reference point also joins today, man. So yeah, I think they, yo,
Yeah.
this building track thing of yours is beautiful. Look at that, it just put all those zones for you exactly where they need to be.
I didn't have
Amazing,
to do a thing to have any of that show up. Yeah, that's
amazing. Yeah, TXRP zone, WR1. That's a little short time frame breakout retest.
what.
Be testing the neck of the inverse head and shoulders, and then
What's super interesting too here is
uh,
WS1, which is on my screen is weekly trend guide.
trend
Sorry, actually that's WR1, I should say. So WTG1 is actually R. It has been the trend guide for 16 weeks, is what that says.
oh, wow.
Three,
Yeah.
I mean, it hit TG quarterly trend guide reversal, third quarter, look, and it hit it to the damn T. I mean,
Right.
sure dipped a tiny bit below, but if we close above that trend guide, that'll flip trend guides.
Mm-hmm. Hey man, this is
So
huge.
monthly pivot's coming right up there too. And you got the weekly trend guide too. I'm gonna look back here
This
on
is a
those
beautiful chart. So beautiful.
60
And look
minute.
where that the 20-day also joins that nice little support from what is that, January 17, 18.
Yep.
Yeah, 'cause we pushed massively from that, so we could even hold that from above. Like that's super inside, of course, but given the massive gap up that we have on it, I wouldn't. Yeah, I think this could also take us, depending where we open here, Brian, on BK, could go to that next, the weekly trend guide. What is that, three that you have there?
Yeah,
Yeah, three.
WTG3, which would line up with some
Mm-hmm.
structure stuff, and then
Mm-hmm.
yeah, 50 days a lot higher. I mean, it sure. Like if you come up here, I mean, you go back and tag some of the other stuff. I mean, you could actually kind of argue this spot here, I guess, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the next zone above there.
And you got some wicks there on that one, and then this guy, I mean, he got rejected off the swing AV WAP there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see, there's a reason why they didn't reverse split UVXY yet. They're going to drive it all the way back to the 10s.
It's gonna be, this is good. This is a nice chart. Really clean.
That's this orange is the 30 week. That would be, yeah, that, you're right. This would be about the 603. It looks like it's about probably where the, maybe 647 be about the neck, you'd say.
Mm-hmm.
I should have gone further out with those UVXY options.
What year are they for?
Sadly, today I bought them. I bought them back over here. I think on the second or third. I'll have to go back and look. I bought them a while ago. That's actually, I'm not going to mark that because the ADRs are going to go up. Actually, ADRs will probably line up with this zone here.
Yeah, they are.
Um,
If we open here, so oh, there's a other thing too. If we open above this trend guide reversal,
yeah.
that'd be pretty sick. Yeah, open above trend guide reversal will put us with full ADRs at that zone.
And it hasn't traded any kind of extreme ADRs in a really long time. I mean, 30, 40 cents. I mean, from a percentage perspective, that's probably in line. I'd have to open up, well, here, in light shot, can't see it. And then yeah, I still have these downside zones here possibly.
You know what's very interesting? If you look on the symmetrical extreme stuff, so yeah, we did. It was on a buy side. We kind of got reset right
Mm-hmm.
into the 20-day, and then usually when it comes from the buy side, we go to the other side of this to the sell side, and then that puts us at like the top end of that, right where the 50-day is with
Yep.
the monthly trend guide. Yeah.
Yeah, this should be something to keep an eye on for next week. Is kind of
Mm-hmm. Next couple of weeks, just grind up there, whatever. Good friend Ricky had posted something about
yeah.
volatility yesterday.
Yeah, Bollinger Bands have been back to a super big contraction. Next,
Really nice call.
probably next week on watch.
What are we doing next? I can pull it up here.
Just go off and do VIX.
I'm gonna just watch you do the excited about the daily feed for now.
Okay. You don't plug it in off of TDM.
Oh,
Yeah.
I should do. I only have a single license.
Ah, okay. Okay, so NQ did finally tag the TGR. We didn't quite tag it on ES there.
Mm-hmm.
Here, give me one quick second. I'm gonna walk away for 30 seconds. Had to say happy birthday to the oldest son. A frickin' 18-year-old. God.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. I was never up at 6 a.m. when I was 18. Well, I take that back, unless I was working. But a school day? Hell no. So I'd seen this yesterday too. I forgot to take it off. Like it finally is breaking out of this downturn or downtrend line, and it definitely is looking to avoid this ABCD down here. And it looks, I mean, that's kind of like the heartbreak thing too, right? It went through and broke below those, was that February lows, I think it was? January. So it came down and tagged these January ones and set a new low for it. Actually makes a new 52 week. Yeah, because this is gone now anyways, but damn.
Yeah. Playing those other zones, so.
But right, I mean, right into the stinking 50. Hit the 50 and pulled back. And it looks like it's damn near completed the ABCD too.
Right.
So where are we at now? We're all the way up at 2178. So that puts a bunch of this higher time or higher stuff in play.
There's some beautiful zones up there, 25.
mean, I guess you could come down and grab, if you're drawing up a new zone, come down and grab it with to close this wick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. There's no way we'd go 3+. I mean, it's possible. $3 isn't out of the realm of possibilities. Especially if we decided to go back and get. We'll have to look at the indices here in a minute, but if we go to just try to like tag 40-20 or something like that, and ADRs put that kind of stuff in play actually. All right, let's finish this. So yeah, it sets up massive today for a TGR from above. That's interesting. Its trend guides flipped. This is the second day where it's R1 is TGR.
Oh. Okay. Wait, same as UVXY, right?
Yep. It's been different, right? So UVXY was like 16 weeks in a row where it for the weekly trend guide stuff, VIX has been different. I mean, VIX has actually had decent range. UVXY some days will trade like 20 cents, 15 cents. It's just nothing. So VIX has flipped its trend guide several times. All right, so let's just go ahead and capture that there. Definitely have that, although it's not going to be full ADRs. It's still but I think I would actually capture this. I didn't capture it before. And if we did come all the way back down here, I wouldn't even care about the bottom edge of this supply and demand. I'd be looking for this here, actually, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then I wouldn't bother marking anything else off on that. Alright, so then we already did SPY. That should update there in a second with the zone detail. Alright, this day VWAP is now toast. Maybe it reclaims, but I'm not keeping it on there. Oh, we are going to put this one on though. $41.40, interesting. I mean, think about that. We were talking about the 50-day before.
Mm-hmm.
Look at, I mean, that trend line from back in October, right? You know, and the way we kind of held it, end of December. Obviously, we pushed massive away from the 20 into that extreme. Like, what if we do come back and even grab the look today off the 50, hit that that transfer trend line there,
Continue the uptrend and boom.
and potentially that'd actually be massive if it came down and tested this. Like, I mean,
That would be huge right there.
I guess you could potentially mark off this here too. Right, because you got this push. This, I don't remember what this was back here. Was this an FOMC or something back in January there? Can't be. January 7th or 17th. No, must have been like CPI or something silly. But definitely a push up, and then we kept trying to hit it, reject, and then we held above since. 4034 lines up with what? Nice little gap fill. Yeah, you know what? ADR say that that's possible too, right?
Yeah.
MPP, 50 day. I'm gonna double check one thing here too. Let me pull up this. I'll drag it over here. So Friday, but we're not gonna be opening low inside. We're gonna be low outside. So 95.
Oh, very high.
Yeah. For the last couple weeks, it's been low, but we're already at 36 points right now. This is actually, I think, I'll have to double check. I think actually this is just real time hour stuff that I track off of it, not ETH. I may have to change that.
I mean, it still could be another clue for another extended day.
Yep.
Extreme range.
Yep.
We'll be doing a nice little push down from this zone here.
Yeah, that is pretty nice. Just the bottom edge of that's interesting. It's holding above the FOMC guy, which is right at weekly trend guide.
You were talking about that 34 zone. I don't really have much here. It's just one little bit of structure, but remember looking back at our SPY prep, that was that gap fill zone right there. SPY. You remember?
Yep. Yes, it was. And there's also that. Yeah, there's the gap fill there. Here on
Daily,
on the daily, there's definitely some structure though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So maybe it actually does something like this. Take this zone here and do this actually. And then take this zone here for the ADRs and drag it down to grab the 50-day, and it'll have the day VWAP just above it. And then where is this guy at? F10, F12. Damn! That'd be massive. That's crazy. It lines up with full percentage-wise ADRs, though.
Alright. That is beautiful, man.
That is crazy.
We need to keep tabs on that, for sure.
Yeah, I haven't tracked any of it, like back testing or anything else. It's just something I started paying attention to and tracking and added into that indicator. This is going to get tagged with a nice outside extreme. I would definitely put it into some ADR extremes too. I have a feeling there. So I think yesterday it got up to like 1.5% or something. No, it got through the average. And we've been actually turning around the ADR average. This stuff is over 10 years, if I remember correctly, too. Where it maps out all these extremes on this SE and ADRs. Yeah, 10 years worth of stuff. Actually, let's change this here too, off of RTH. Let's map this to... I think I fixed this. Let's see if I fixed that. Yeah, nice. So even on an ETH basis, I mean, yeah, that was up there yesterday. And the average, kind of the so the orange line I've got there is the average, but then the squiggly one, that's the EMA of the ADRs, and it's definitely been hovering around that 2%. 50-day would be cool off there too. That'd be pretty slick. And what if you did this? What if you did come down to grab that 50? It cools this off to the minimum extreme. 1.26. And the average is what? 2.8. Interesting stuff. All right. I'm going to adjust this one here. And I'm going to drag it up and not worry about the bottom edge of the supply and demand there. And treat it like that, I think. This is a massive zone, though. That's one thing that sucks about this.
That trend guide?
Hmm?
Do you care at all about the trend guide since it's kind of like in the middle of everything?
No, I wouldn't. I mean, you could argue somewhat about the stuff over here. Right? Big wake up, push, fail, come back, you know, but then you blew right through it. But you did kind of retest a little bit through some of this stuff. But it's been over and under so many times. Like if we take out trend strength and blow through the weekly pivot, I don't even know if I'd actually care or want to short at quarterly trend guide gap fill. I have to read where price action and everything else is at with zones and breadth and whatnot. I don't know I would touch this at all. I mean, sure, full dollars is there, but who knows? Maybe sentiment comes out super positive. That's something silly.
So let's see. All we can do is prep and prepare. Well, just prepare.
39. Yeah, okay, so I picked up this one down here. Oh crap, I didn't realize too, the photo percentage ADR lines up with the tier 2 in the week. And it's the tier 3 for day. That'd put us at 60 something on the ADR. What was it? Control F4? Actually, let me do this first. This was EU open, give or take. I take this guy off. Where's it? Control 4. Control 4. I'm gonna change that hotkey. So if you do something silly, do that, right? Or come up and do this. I don't like doing the path mapping stuff. It's just what ifs don't do me any good. Anything else on ES?
No, man, looks really good.
And then we had this big piece down here. Bottom edge transfer trend line from October lows. Full percentage ADR. Full reset of 20, actually of 50-day SE. And likely deeper reset of 20-day EMA, 20-day SE. What's this? Prep for Friday, February. Alright, sorry. NQ. Got some fugly VWAPs got to come off on it. As well as this ABCD that we're not going to come anywhere close to doing. And where's it at? It's still hovering around TGR. It's supply and demand. There's, yeah. I have to look at something too, because it says the stream is poor. I guess it doesn't like my resolution status or something.
Good. It's kind of like yesterday. Some every time. Oh, you mean on YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh,
Alright, so I wonder if there's stuff here on the daily. It has a very different, it doesn't even have a transfer trend line from the October lows. Because it came much deeper back in November, December, and then front part of this year. Oh, but that's a massive slope. That's the thing with it. It's pretty interesting that these wicks here, this 12 100-ish area, 38% retrace, which is down here near the 20-day. That's what those two horizontal lines are.
right.
And I wonder if we tag a VWAP here, that's going to be violated. But I don't have one off of this lower guy here. And I don't have one here. $11,945. Damn. So 600 point. Yeah, no, I don't think we do that. Maybe. But what I'm pondering is, do you do like a crazy kind of ADR thing here today for like 700 points? Tag the go back and tag the 200. Because look at how far away we are from the 50. You know, 200 was pretty good ways too. Like, do you come back and because then the orange dash line on my daily there is actually the 30-week SMA. That'd be super massive though. I'd probably be it'd be almost a 50%. I'd be really silly from an ADR perspective too, I think, but 900 is full percent. Full ADR is all the way down here. I don't know. I mean, that's not 973. 300 points. I mean, so you do 600 points, come down and tag this guy, the 200 day. Oh man, that's not that extreme. Question would be is, what would Dave say? You guys are in the fucking weeds. I would definitely count this here, just based upon that structure we looked at, and then the day VWAP is right there at 12,221, which is right in between the two of these. Shoot below, maybe you do come down. I mean, that's not that far to come down and grab that. But then, yeah, why not? If we're all the way down here. This is interesting too, though. The this swing AV WAP here. I mean, this goes all the way back to that January. Like, you definitely had a violation here, but I mean, you're only talking a couple of hourly candles. It had one closed below, looks like two, and then it shot back through, held the tick here, back on the 31st. And this is the end of week moves. Like, do we really just hold that zone? Maybe take this so that it's not right on top of that and drag it down like this. Treat it like that.
The separate zones.
Yep. Just so that they're not right on top of each other. I mean, you could treat it as one bigger one for sure, but I don't care about most of those. I would keep an eye on this guy. We're obviously right here now. And then you've got this. So this is structure, 20-day photo, ADRs, dollar-wise. I don't want to say massive. 200-day gap fill photo. So really kind of structure through here too. No, I don't want to call that structure. All right, RTY or YM? Got a preference?
No preference here. Either or. I don't really trade either.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I'll take RTY or YM if the algo picks up something on it, but generally kind of skip them. It is interesting just to have them mapped and see kind of where things are at. They're coming into the same one.
Right.
Yeah, it's still RTY still above its TGR. It's definitely, and so is YM for that matter. RTY is the strongest of everything today, actually. YM's got about 100 points, give or take, to its, but yeah. bunch of crap to take off of here. That's trash. That's interesting that it's lining up right there, actually. Swing AV swap right with APP, TGR.
Yeah. And there's slightly above that, it's going to be a ABCD termination.
Yep. Coming all the way back to here.
Yes, sir. Just slightly above it. On the bottom edge of your other zone.
Yeah, so what does it pick up here at the bottom edge of quarterly trend guide? Structure at 1905. So it's picking up probably this stuff here.
Mm-hmm.
All of this stuff in here, actually. Good morning, good sir. I don't know if I would actually treat this one like this. I think I would potentially go like this. I mean, it is a quarterly trend guide. I don't want to lose it, but that weekly trend guide one has offered some structure stuff, and it blew right through. I mean, it wasn't weekly trend guide back here, but it came up through, had some struggles, blew right through. We kind of did a little bit of a retest there yesterday and then overnight.
The APP one, that zone, why don't you make it a little bit wider, take it down to 1895, 93-ish.
Yep, absolutely. It tries to be stingy with how big, unless there's multiple pieces there, and I don't think I've had the time to tell it to include the end of week stuff like that. But I agree, I would draw it like that. Grab the gap fill, that structure that David marked in the past. I just want to look here on the daily, see if there's anything else. Move this guy up to here.
Like a breakout retest.
Get rid of this. This guy I don't think is good anymore either. I don't like any of those. That 1880 lines up actually down here. So I think I'd actually drag this down like this. Get rid of this guy. Don't call him a div. And do it like that. And change him from that to mark as an ADR. That'd be pretty sick. I mean, the Dave EWAP is right actually up in here at the photo ADR almost actually. Get rid of these guys here. I think we did this in NQ or ES, one of the two. We put it off of the EU Open. That's pretty interesting there too, actually. Alright, I think that's good enough for RTY. Especially given it is RTY. Okay, so we got the WPP zone, which is right now got full ADRs. Below that, you've got trend guide with photos slid down just a little bit. Trend strength. This guy gets combined. And you got the bigger one here. And then we didn't mark up that one, but that's down further. And then this was the zone here that had the daily anchored VWAP, the look zone. My TNAs are probably going to go to crap from the looks of it. Thankfully, I at least won a few weeks out. Alright, YM. Which is not supported for this country. Expect resolution. So it wants 1440p. What the YouTube, you suck. So it's already down and it's 50-day now. What is that down at? 500 points and we're already at 200, so it'd be 700 points. I wonder if we did do something like that. That'd be silly, no? Photo ADRs. Just right below full. Wow. We're not going to mark that. We're not doing that. I can actually make the case here on that one. No, we're not drawing that. That's stupid. But we are going to mark this here. Which is down at full ADRs. And let's just draw that a little bit. Alright, swam. Let's see if I fixed up all the stuff on CL or not.
Yeah, we see how dramatic every walk. That's amazing.
Yeah. I don't know why CL always takes the longest to rerun its stuff for. Was that this morning? It did that massive candle? Holy shit. Damn. That's a big miss. But look right where it stopped too, man. End of week. Tier 2, full dollar ADR. I'm sure there's some other stuff there too. I gotta change these because I'm pretty sure they're still on. Yep. Maybe that puts a pivot up there. I know I was talking with you last night, but for anybody else that does look at or sees this, I tossed the supply and demand zones last night and had it craft my own. They're awesome. I love the supply and demand zones. But they're so frequent that the algo that looks for zones was finding a zone everywhere because every $1.50 there was a supply and demand zone high or low. And so that just, it doesn't work too well dealing with that. So I told the algo to go carve up its own supply and demand zones, which you'll see when this finishes redrawing is what those are. Yeah, man, Jared, you're right. Sorry, somebody else pinged me. Anyway, so it's going to carve up the supply and demand zones as it sees fit by looking at the daily candles and such. And it'll do the same thing for gold here when we go look at it, is trying to carve those up. I just have to change the time horizon back to New York or NYMEX, whatever. God, I hate this. This takes fucking forever. Got any plans for the weekend, Cesar?
Let's see here. I think not really, man. I'm just gonna go out with the wife somewhere.
Nice.
You?
We'll probably do something. Oh wait, nope. He's 18. He doesn't want to do anything with us anymore. I'll probably fool around a little bit with a couple things, with like strategy analyzer. We still have to cut down trees from when we had the snowstorm here in Texas. So nothing really other than more work.
Right.
Anyway, so I killed time, so you can see like this carved up the zones. Maybe in just the dash lines are still a supply and demand. It's trying to be more stingy in how much boundary it gives to the supply and demand zones. So, anywho, that's done. I don't have zones every 2 inches, every 2 cents on here now, which is nice. Daily. This day VWAP is no longer good there, but it's good there. We're probably setting up for one off of this guy. Interesting.
What's that?
Did you not see what I did there?
I don't know, I was looking at the screen with that.
Oh. So if I think there might be a trend line somewhere, I'll grab the candle that I think there might be a trend line from and map it backwards.
Oh.
It's like, oh, maybe there's something here off of this guy, and then look at that. Maps back to the high in July. And so then I start there and go like that. I don't like any of these transfer trend lines though. And who knows if we actually hold this or not, but that's pretty interesting to me at least. I'd make 3 touches off of that and a dick for tick of it off back over here.
I was just looking at that. If you can put a ABCD from this recent lows and then where it held the anchor VWAP, it takes us over to last year November's high. No, well, not that one.
The one back over
The
here.
recent low that we made was a little bit, it dug in slightly lower.
This
I
one.
just mean just very recent, intraday.
Oh.
Yeah,
Over
so
here
like
on-
from where you have your, yeah, that.
To this one here.
Yes, sir.
Right up to TG2. Of course, it'll be something else next week. Sure, already. I mean, maybe we had a $5 day last week, right? On crude. That's a mess. That's a pretty. I mean, shit. Tier 2.
Right, TGR from above.
Yep.
Nothing impossible.
Well, and I'll bet you're not going to have a VWAP hold here, but off of this retest of this one, no. I got rid of the wrong one. Damn it. I hate when the candles get right on top of where or VWAPs or pivots. Actually, no, he's down there. Never mind. Hey, actually, on the gap fills for crude, is it supposed to be Which one is it supposed to be off of for gap fills? Is it supposed to be off the real time or NYMEX when you're looking at crude?
I have mine on real time.
Okay. NYMEX real time or equities real time?
1 second, let me see. NYMEX.
Okay, I'll change that here. Boom, 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 boom. That radio is not too loud, by the way.
I don't even hear it, brother.
Ah, damn.
And this is trying here.
Yep, off that nice zone there. 40-60s. I mean, it did div a little bit deeper. On a 5-minute, though, is it going to hit the Europe Open VWAP? No, it's up higher. God, that's just amazing on crude. Is there anything else there structurally? I don't see it. Damn. I guess you map out that guy there. And then it's mapping this. The base pump we mapped, I would definitely include this area. That'd be massive. That'd be a $4 move from where we're at now. We've already up. I think that's a stupid, crazy one.
I hear this song now.
76.55. Actually, Dave EWAP would put it right in this area here. So Dave EWAP, February 6th at 76.55, which would be right in that area. Yeah, YouTube's got actually some decent, like, audio-free stuff with their things. Lower edge auto supply and demand, cheat 1 day, cheat. Yeah, I got to change the end of week stuff so it picks it up as static. I think that is how with Mark CL. Do. Outside of gold, you got anything, or do you want to skip gold and do something else?
We could go.
All right, well, it draws. I'm gonna grab coffee.
But
It's nice. I only have to walk 5 feet.
oh wow.
You know, it's kind of half joke and half serious. I may actually change those to be the end of week dotties to be same color as the weekly pivots.
That'd
That,
be nice.
I mean, it's configurable, of course, in the indicator, but look at how it lines up there this week with WPP, um, quarterly trend guide reversal, MPP.
That gold at the rose is so nice, dude. 3P7 is right there, and they still have a anchor V watch slightly lower.
Yep.
Depending on the sheer not PVP after the fact. Maybe not. It's kind of hard now.
This guy, I would take off that transfer trend line there.
That was
And
clean.
get rid of this guy. We're almost into this 1861. Oh, damn. Right here at this massive zone. That's a royal flush zone there, too. That's kind of unusual having two both within range on the same day. Sick miss. Midnight.
Going.
I was actually almost asleep.
He's gonna go for the edges to liquidity.
Damn.
Very nice. ESRA, 10 points. NQ, almost 50. Oh, 50 points. Dang, very nice.
I'm not gonna go outside of where this is at. Like, it just, you know, we're already traded down 20 points ADR wise. So if we came back down and went, that put us at 30 something, which should be kind of we're full. So I'm just gonna leave it at that, even though it's picked up other things much lower. Day VWAP from November 3rd. Extreme ADR tier, so if we do start to get silly on gold, I mean, keep that in mind, I guess. But damn, yeah, that stinks there off of that one. I didn't leave the stuff on last night before I went to bed. I wonder if it would have picked it up. And shit is actually off the look zone too.
Right.
Damn. Maybe we can go back div and actually touch that lower piece. That'd be really nice. What I miss off the look zone at lows around midnight. No pun. Central Standard.
Did your supply and demand for this one yesterday as well?
Yep, yeah, it automatically carves them up. So you can see, let me zoom out here. So I don't show them on this daily here because I'm trying to keep that one clean and whatnot. But yeah, so this is, it's using the same fine supply and demand zone indicator, and it's carving it up as well. And again, the dash lines don't mean that it's there's stuff there, but there's not enough that it wants to automatically carve it up. And like I said, part of it is like, I mean, it carves this stuff up in milliseconds to find these zones. But it's like, all right, cool. This, I like this, but I want to expand upon it with some brains and maybe do this. If I can turn off my locks. So like it does the majority of the work, and then you can go and just improve, tweak it, whatever else, and so yeah. I guess since George is still probably out dealing with stuff, map out SMH real quick. Unless you got another one you want to look at.
Let's do SMH.
Oh crap, I'm gonna have to change all the pivot hour crap.
Hold on a second, I gotta call.
Yep. Absolutely good, sir. Come on, Ninja, stop being so stubbornly slow. You already have all the data. It doesn't take forever to do your job. Alright, so I think, folks, we're going to map out SMH and then we'll be done here. Call this one for the day. It's been a good long time walking through all this. See what ES does here. It's at that VWAP now from Europe Opens, but I think Cesar's right. It's going to go up and tag E2L to be clear, which is up around, what's that, 40? Can't see that far. 4080. That's interesting. Alright, so this transfer trend line we drew yesterday is now toast. I don't think it would map. Oh, maybe. And what if we take this to be up here instead? Is it still... Damn. And where we're at 245. So right to the upper edge of this this zone here. That's pretty interesting. No, we hold that. 241. It's right in that day VWAP area, same area. Nice. So got that guy. Got TGR, monthly trend guide, cheat one. TSRP, which we're below. I would just combine these two here, and I would do this. not draw through the price prime. You want to think, let's see, 245, $6. I don't think you do something like that, but I mean, they're definitely there. Those would be massive moves. Certainly in the realm of possibility. What you got? Q's. Yep. Massive, massive. A nice candle there, too. All right, folks, I'm going to wrap it. Hope everybody has a good one. If we don't chat with you, have a great weekend. We'll catch y'all later.